Yes guys, welcome to my football paradise. As you can see, it's not quite finished. This is still very much work in progress, but rather than keep holding off on doing the tour, because I've always mentioned it every week when I make a video, let's just do the bloody tour. It's nice to show you the progress and film the progress so we can enjoy the progress, because reality is we're never going to finish this place. We're always going to keep adding items. So let's do this. If you like 90s football collectibles, memorabilia, throwbacks to your childhood, this video is probably for you. So click that thumbs up. Let's bloody look. Let's where should we start? I don't know. Let's start far corner, shall we? Let's just do a little disclaimer, guys. Obviously, for those who have kind of followed the channel from the beginning, we used to be called Rise 90s Nostalgia, and this was Rise 90s Nostalgym, because obviously there's still reminiscence of what used to be known as the shred shed. During lockdown, I had all my home gym equipment in here. Obviously I've scaled that back down over the past couple of months, but there's still gym equipment knocking about, which is by no means a bad thing, because as you can see by the fact that it's quite dusty, it hasn't been used very often, although it did have a bash a couple of days ago, my first workout in a long time. So yeah, this is what used to be my lockdown home gym, if you're wondering why there's random gym equipment. So covering my wall mounted rack, obviously doesn't get used much, are a few United shirts. We've got some real shirts, we have got a few fake shirts, but although there's a bit of smoke and mirrors in this place, I'll let you know which ones, or maybe you could guess actually. So here we have the 92 to 94 United shirt, United home shirt. Let me know in the comments below which of these are real and which of them are fakes. Most of them are real, but just for a little added bit of fun. There you go, some United shirts on the wall, modern and old. As we take a look up, bum 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 bum, I was running out of space for my Corinthian football figures. Some of you may know these as Pro Stars. We've got some France 98 nostalgia going on. We've got some Merlin's Premier League stickers. I might just turn the light off actually. You'll be able to see them a little bit better. There we go. So yeah, I've got two lots actually. I've made these frames myself. I've smashed the perspex. Terrible at DIY. So there we go. Lots of Corinthians. I don't know how many of these you recognise. Did this one the other day. The stickers are actually there just to hide the cracks after I put the screws in and completely ruined the sheet of perspex, which isn't cheap. Those perspex sheets are quite expensive nowadays. So there we go, some Corinthians. I'm finding every little nook and cranny to put the Corinthians. Let's put the light back on. Again, a little bit messy. I've kind of just dumped all my stuff in this corner. I'm showing you the worst bits of the shed at the, at the start, so we can get the good bits at the end. More United stuff. Never buy shelves off Temu, because that shelf there is just struggling to hold Jordi Cruyff. By no means good quality. I do like wrestling as well, so I've got a little bit of wrestling nostalgia, some WCW figures, old 1991 I think WWF bum bag, and I've got lots of boxed items along there because we're going to do loads of unboxing. I've got a video coming up of loads of 90s items you forgot you had. We're going to unbox all those. As you can see, there we go. Well, there's all the crap I'm hiding. Over here we've got loads of Euro 96 stuff. We're going to be unboxing that soon, amongst more United kits, United VHS tapes, loads of original Corinthian display boxes. Obviously these would be on the counters at Woolies, maybe Toys R Us, I don't know. Lots of 90s shops. Definitely Woolworths was my go-to when I was a kid. Going mad for the Corinthians. Oh, ironically, we've got Gareth Southgate. The whole of England is with you. Oh no, it's saved. Yes, England have just beat Scotland 3-1. Not a bad performance from our boys. So here we have more Corinthians. This will be a common theme. Corinthians are everywhere in Rise Football Paradise. Another display box over there. Some loose Corinthians over here. You can tell the missus has knocked them over because she's put poor old Dion Dublin the wrong way round. rush job right there. We've even got a Pep Guardiola. Oh, Giggsy on the floor, lying down, as he probably spent most of his private life. Really bad joke. Obviously Giggsy, a bit of a naughty boy. So we have the entertainers, Newcastle, with King Kev. I'd love it if we beat them, love it. And I'm loving the Newcastle team pack. Merlin's Premier League stickers, we mentioned those already. Some stuff I've covered in like protective cases. I'm not proper OCD over protecting everything, because let's be honest, there's some Corinthians are worth a few £100, but most of them aren't worth that much. This is more for my own enjoyment. These things, like loose things, these are the Corinthian Power Pops, Premier Power Pops I think they were called. We've done videos on those in the past. Used to get a pack of them and pop them up. Those are display stands. Got a random Chris Waddle up there. Keno. Again, we did a video, top 10 90s football items you forgot you had. These were the Vivid Imaginations figures. We got a few of those. You'll see more of those in this video. Skulls, more United stuff. Obviously got Fergie and Brian Kidd. Was Brian Kidd the only assistant manager made, especially in those early Corinthian figures? I think so. A little bit of a Cantona section over here. Another Premier League sticker album, this one 96. I've decided to not cover this one up so we can have a good old look through it. Obviously we still need to collect a few stickers to complete our 96 book. These were the Sugar Puffs, this Gary Neville one here, I think they're Sugar Puffs. Oh, what they called. Again, we featured those in previous videos. Check out those videos. We've got Pro Set cards, we've got Sabutio squads, Julian Dix Premier League sticker. We've got so much stuff here, guys. We're only just touching the surface. So the one thing I've not done, which I said I was going to do when I mentioned about this tour, was to have a setup with my Matsui VHS player. We're just trying to track down an old 90s style TV. I'm thinking of putting those in the corner. Obviously I've got like cables to plugs and stuff up there. So in this corner over here, I will have a vintage TV VCR setup, whereby if I do get my lazy ass in the gym, we can play some of these old United videos, Villa videos. Got all sorts of videos going on here. Speaking of Giggsy, Christ, what a playboy. So that's a lot of that. Yeah, we can plug the PlayStation 1 in too. That'd be fun. Get an old FIFA on the go, an old Pro Evo. What other ones were there? Like Michael Owen had a game and stuff. So, yeah, we used to stick to only 90s, but now I've broadened my horizons and we've got more modern stuff along with the vintage stuff. In this box right here is one of the reasons why I'd held off doing this little tour, was because it is a whole box full of Corinthians. I'm gonna have to make more of these display things on the roof. Maybe over here, the whole roof is going to be covered in 90s football nostalgia. Like over here, for example, who remembers these type pictures they did back in the 90s? We've got a Cantona one. We've got a nice Aston Villa montage. We're going to cover all these walls. Again, not just in Corinthians, not just in nice, pretty, grassy type stuff. Grass on the ceiling over there. Random France 98 bag. A random figure as well, Chris Armstrong on the roof. Can't really see that. But we're going to cover it as much as we can. Every little bit of space is going to get covered. So we've got more Corinthians up here. We've got a Chelsea team pack and a Newcastle team pack. I've got 2 lots of Chelsea team packs, 2 lots of Newcastle team packs. We've got a rack, or should I say a rail, on the wall. We can rotate what we display in terms of football shirts and stuff. I did go and watch a Villa game a couple of weeks ago against Everton. Every time I go to a Premier League game or any football game this season, I'll be buying a little bit of merch from their club shop. Not being a Villa fan, but obviously they're kind of my second club. My mum's a big Villa fan. A lot of my family are from Aston. And I thought, what better piece of clothing to go in the football paradise than this Hawaiian shirt? What other clubs do Hawaiian shirts in their club shop? Not many. So I've got that proudly on display with a sneaky United top, goalkeeper top. We've got the controversial fan version of the green and white United shirt. Again, controversial United shirt here, the grey. We've got a Hereford United original shirt. Again, let me know, guys, which of these are real, which ones are fake. There will be more real than fake. Hereford United, home from around the mid-90s. Got a Juve from the 90s as well. One of my childhood United goalie tops. More United goalie tops. I've got so much in here. Last year's away. Hereford United away. We've got an original Marks and Spencer's jacket, again from back in the day, and we've got one of the re-release Man United retro Adidas tops. There he is lurking in the distance. Who remembers these goal hangers? Here we have Beck's fully loaded up with Brill cream in his hair. Beckham just hitting the scene around 96. The 96-97 season, was it, when he scored from the halfway line. I've got another Vivid Imaginations over there. King Cantona, Blackburn in their glory days. Some games, the original FIFA. Got some more Corinthians, Euro 96. Got some repaints going on here. Sabutio squads, 2 unopened sealed boxes, obviously full of packs like these. Probably my 2 favourite football VHSs from the 90s. You're going to show your age now, because for me, I'm a Nick Hancock type. I'm a Nick Hancock kind of guy, basically. Nick Hancock was basically, these videos were my first insight into football VHS tapes. But if you're thinking Danny Baker, own goals and gaffs, you're probably a couple of years older than me. I was born in '89. Random Grobbelaar above. We've got the full set of England 4-player box sets leading into Euro 96. Who remembers these? The Sugar Puffs soccer toppers. This is the full original set. I think they released more after that. We've got some Dutch Corinthians in the sealed sachets, unopened. Some more Corinthians in the distance. Paul Ince. This is a nice one over here. Venison. Everyone loves a piece of venison. And as you can see with the tacky LED lights, you can't really see them on here. In reality, they're very bright green. I'm going for that exotic paradisey theme, aren't I? The football paradise. So I've got some of Teamu's finest palm tree leaves going on in the corner. I've tried to paint it up so it's a little less tacky than it was before. Trying to smoke and mirrors it all, you know, try and make it look a little less dirty, because it is a carport essentially, guys. That's the way into the house over there. Got head of security over there, Hogan. Let me just show you Hogan if you haven't met him already. Oaks, can't be sleeping on the job, buddy. Can't be sleeping on the job, my boy. Say hello. Who's your favourite team, Oak? Man City? No. He's a United fan, of course. He's probably a fan of some random Russian team, because Hogan actually comes from Russia. So let me know in the comments below, a Russian club, and Hogan can adopt that club as his team. Who remembers Tetley T, when Tetley had the Corinthians leading into the World Cup? There is a guy in the Corinthian group, can't remember his name, who's got a pack of literally a box of Tetley tea bags with those figures included. Another 4-player pack. I thought I'd go for this nice little shelving trio. If you do like that trio, I've got another trio over there. You can get them from B&Q. I think they undercharged me, because for one of them they charged me like 9 quid for the free, and the others they charged me like 20 quid for the free. So I think I got a bargain. Who remembers these smugs? We've got Rude Hullet with his lovely hair. We've got one of my favourite 90s footballers, Les Ferdinand. You'll see loads of Les Ferdinand stuff in here. Big fan of Les. Hit Les! Hit Les! Yes, who remembers that documentary? That. Oh, 90s royalty right here. Safe hands, David Seaman. Corinthians did these XL type figures. This is in the England kit leading into France 98. Speaking of which, France 98 sealed, unopened box of tissues. I love my France 98 memorabilia, as you're going to find out in a moment. I love all my 90s football memorabilia. See, even as a United fan, I'm proudly displaying Newcastle, Liverpool, with manager Roy Evans. And then we got a nice little England section here. We got the St George's, proud and on display. Because nowadays in 2023, we're not allowed to be patriotic, are we? We're not allowed to wave the St. George's flag. Nah, bollocks to that. I'm old school, I'm traditional, and I'm set in my ways. So, oh, that is a Euro 96 sticker album, brand new, with an unopened sealed pack of stickers right there as well. We got it all going on. A random David Seaman up there, that's what they're called. Soccer pop-ups. Honey Monster's soccer pop-ups. Honey Monster was loving football in the 90s. What's happened to Sugar Puffs since? You don't really hear of them, do you? Maybe it's just a sign of growing up. I thought Graham Souness had retired from punditry, but having watched that England game last night against Scotland, he was still there, being a little less grumpy. I think he's definitely mellowing out in his older age. Doesn't have the moustache. I reckon the grumpiness came from the moustache. These are my slightly more valuable Corinthians, or the ones I prefer the most. That's why I put them in display boxes. Got more down here, as well as a Nottingham Forest team pack. So for those kids out there, Forest were definitely a good team back in the day. I mean, they've got 2 European Cups to their name, and in the 90s, a bit of a yo-yo team. But, you know, a solid Premier League team nonetheless. And as I mentioned, although I'm a United fan, I did, having separated parents and my mum being a big Villa fan, I was fortunate enough to go to Villa Park numerous times as a child. I've actually got a Villa membership this year, as you can see from my free flask that they send you out. So I've got a United membership and a Villa membership, just because it's really hard to get to games at Old Trafford. And I like to watch Premier League football, so I will be watching a few more Villa games this season. Gareth Southgate again. I don't hold it against him, that penalty miss. I don't even hold it against him, you know, his inept tactical decisions with England lately. You know, he's a good guy. Villa team pack. This is a really rare Corinthian, by the way, Wright. I always call him Mark Wright, I don't know why. He's not from Essex, Alan Wright. I've got him loose, but if you've got a sealed blister version of Wright, you're in the money, baby. More cards. And onto my France 98 stuff. So random, I've got like a gift pack, unopened, sealed with a shaver and stuff. You know, that's like, what, 25 years old now. I could pop it open today and shave, and it wouldn't be a problem. Beck's in the background, a sealed mug. We've got some more Panini stickers, sealed, unopened. We've got really random McDonald's stuff now. McDonald's Happy Meal France 98 box. France 98 McDonald's cup. Who prefers the packaging from the 90s? We all do. And here you can tell my missus has knocked him on the floor. What the hell is Les doing? Hit Les. Facing the wall over there. So we got a few loose England figures. We've got more Happy Meal goodness from France 98, whatever that is. Happy Meal toy of some kind. We've got another Happy Meal toy. I've got a third one somewhere, I don't know where that's gone. I've got like a watch. Got so much stuff here. Happy Meal, sorry, not Happy Meal, a France 98 Monopoly. Who remembers these? Corinthian Power Play. Giggsy, interchangeable with Nicky Butt, I think it is. Rob Lee and David Batty. Paul Ince and Sol Campbell. Great little selection right there. Not in the best nick, as I mentioned. One of my favourite United shirts, my favourite United memory as a kid was that semi-final replay against Arsenal at Villa Park. And obviously Giggsy did that infamous, you know, taking his shirt off and running around with his hairy chest out. That's the kit they were wearing. I do miss the old Premier League badge. Sharing them on the back of that one. Gone with a bit of branding here, guys. Rise Football Paradise. Don't hate on the logo. I've made that in paint. I'm by no means a pro. But that's the theme I'm going for. You see in the distance by the Hoover, I've got leaves and stuff, because this is a paradise. A lot of mess on the floor. Still work in progress. So that's pretty much everything. You know, there's various stuff that you'll see in the background, and if you want to ask me about anything like this Shreddies box from France 98, let me know in the comments below. Like this Merlin's Premier League cap, let me know in the comments below. We've got loads of stuff on order and on its way. We've got stuff unopened in the corner, in that messy corner. But I thought, you know what, rather than try and wait until it's looking all glamorous and beautiful, which it probably never will, because it's a rough and ready shed, essentially, like I said, a carport. So there we go, that's the position we're in. Let us know in the comments below what this needs. I mean, I've titled this as a man cave. A man cave needs a telly, essentially, so that's the #1 item. And we need somewhere to sit. I mean, I can sit on this bench and the telly will be right in front of me. I could put a cushion behind me. We get some nice throwback cushions from the 90s. And we're all right, it's getting there. You know, we've got the gym equipment, so we're ticking all boxes. If you enjoyed the video, like I said, hit that like and stay tuned. We've got loads more videos to come. A lot of you have come from shirt review videos. Yeah, I've got Canton on the back of that one. I could do a classic football shirts review. I've got a couple of shirts and classic football shirts. I went to the Manchester store over there. So much content to do, guys. Subscribe and I'll see you soon.